Hello my fellow Kenyans, habari zenu wa Kenya wenzangu. I am Gakonga the coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. Karibuni leo siku hii ya Jumapili. Wa Kenya wenzangu, Swaziland 1, Kenya 0. Wa Kenya wenzangu, what can I say that I have not already said? Wa Kenya wenzangu, niungeni mkono. We must liberate our football. We must sort our football. Tukicheza hivi na hivi, Cartels wataingia tena. Another FKF election will happen in 2020 and somebody will be in for another 4 years. Jameni, nataka niseme hivi. I want to congratulate media companies in Kenya because media companies are very good in exposing anything that is being put under the carpet before many Kenyans know about it. Wakenya wenzangu, we must stay alert. Wakenya wenzangu, don't fall asleep on the 11th hour. Bado mapambano. Wakenya msirale, mapambano bado. Mapambano ya kupambana na mpira wetu. To sort our football issue. Kupambana na FKF. Because for me, I am convinced FKF does not wish well for Kenyan football. And if it does, as an organization, things would be very different in Kenya. So, Wakenya wenzangu, I go back to what I have been saying. FKF must pack and go home before the next election. There will not be another FKF election. This is true. Take my words. There is not going to be another FKF election. Because now, as you know, wrangles have already started in FKF. And 2020 is when the FKF election is going to take place. Now, 2018, things have already started under the carpet, underground discussion, who's going to be the president. Even 2 years have not, it's about 2 years since Nick Mwendwa was elected. But now, the kind of talks I hear is who is going to be in for 2020. So our football elections in Kenya have almost become the same as politics. Jameni, we cannot run football as politics. We cannot continue to talk about football elections almost like it's political elections. We need no politics in football. And someone who wants to be elected as the president of FKF or president of the next football governing body will not need to spend 1 shilling to be elected. This is wrong because what happens is that people who work within FKF, they loot and they become rich so that they can campaign and get elected next time. This thing we must say no. That going forward, football elections will cost nothing and somebody will be elected on the basis of merits only. No money will be used. Jameni wa Kenya wenzangu, tusirale. Mapambano ni sasa. 11th hour is very near. 2022, we will get another FKF president that we don't need. Another president that will just stay there, collect money, continue to receive money from FIFA and will not develop football. As I have said, our national team is losing games that are winnable. That tells you a lot about Kenyan football. You can go back to 2010. The news remain the same. Different coaches come and go. FKF, the same common denominator, nothing happens, nothing changes. The news that are being reported today, the disappointment in Kenyan football, the poor state of Kenyan football, go back to 2010, you will see it is the same. Those days walikuwa watangazaji wa news tofauti kwa kina KTN, habari ya michezo, habari NTV, then the reporters are different, but the story continue to be the same. What does this tell us as Kenyans? We need to sort our football issues as a matter of urgency. And my fellow Kenyans, join me in this journey that there is not going to be another FKF election. We need football to be sorted properly. And we Kenyans together, we are going to sort it proper. Jameni, nimewaambia wa Kenya wenzangu, I said about it. It may not be the government of Kenya that is going to disband FKF and send them home. It will be me and you, wa Kenya wenzangu. This is what I have been working on, and together we will save football in Kenya. I am doing this for the interest of our football. I have spent the last 5 years preparing for what is going to happen in Kenya. I am like a soldier in exile, a freedom fighter in exile, just sorting things, educating myself so we can sort the Kenyan football. And that is going to happen. Whoever is going to be the next chairman is going to be elected proper. What I heard from the news, it is really sad, it is really disappointing, it is shocking, Wakenya wenzangu. While we are sleeping at night, other people are organizing something else to continue messing our football. In fact, I had some news that the chairman of FKF, Mwendwa, and some few clubs, they are thinking of splitting, heading a different direction, and somebody who has a lot of money is going to vie for FKF chairman, and that person might win because he has a lot of money. So now again we bring the issue of money into our football. Few Kenya Premier League clubs will join hands with this person who remains to be unknown at the moment, but is there with a lot of money. So pengine virabu vitapewa pesa hapa na pale wamchague. 2 years down the road, nothing changes, waanze kulalamika. Another group will probably split and end with Mwendwa somewhere else, trying to create something else. Now, I have said this. It is time to consolidate our football. Football from the top to the bottom, it is time to consolidate it. It is time to put it proper under one football governing body that will sort issues of football in Kenya. Yeah, it is going to happen. We are going to sort it, Wakenya wenzangu. Msirale Wakenya wenzangu, wakati ni huu, tuendelee kupambana. Tutasort mpira wetu utakuwa po the benefit of the Kenyans. Right now, ukisoma kwa news, Nyamwea is complaining about Mwendwa. Ukisikiza akina Mwendwa now they are complaining about akina Nyamwea kuwa walivunja mpira. Let us forget the history. Let someone come forward with a proper vision to sort issues of our football. This idea, FKF keep blaming the government of Kenya for not building stadiums. That's why we did not get the right to host CHAN. Football in Kenya need a stadium being built. I'm telling FKF it is because they don't have ideas. I give them a great example. Here in England, there is no one single stadium that is owned by the government. Why is football this good? I keep saying it is the system. The government need to build no stadiums. Let us empower our football clubs. Yeah, the Kenya Premier League, the semi-professional football, youth football, women football. Let us empower our football. Let us open our football for business so that private people can come and invest and build clubs, small clubs, big clubs, whichever one somebody can afford. It will happen in our Kenya. But under FKF, with their 32-page constitution, kama ile ya Kasuku, kitabu ya Kasuku constitution that talks nothing about football except about the leaders. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. I'm telling you, FKF is an organization that has been cheating Kenyans. It is a nonsense organization. They can take me to court if they want. I have said it is a nonsense organization. I am going to show them how to sort football issues. And I will tell them again, I am not interested fighting with Mwendwa, fighting with whoever else want to be the chairman. My issue is not who is going to be the chairman. My issue is not about the fights. I have not been stealing money. I have not been preparing to start paying so much money to lawyers and that to go to court. I am fighting on behalf of 40 million Kenyans to change our football in Kenya so that all of us, 40 million plus Kenyans, we can benefit from our football. Wakenya wenzangu, join me in this journey. Wakenya wenzangu, this is a journey for all of us Kenyans. Yeah, I'm heading it, and I need all Kenyans to be behind me. We are going to win this battle. Our football is going to change. We are going to be the first country in Africa that will sort issues of football properly. People are laughing at me wherever I go. Whenever I talk about Kenyan football, they are saying anyone can beat Kenya. Definitely, anyone can beat. This is what people keep telling me. And I said just 2 days ago that Kenya is going to lose this game against Swaziland. Yeah, I said that just at the beginning of last week. Guys, you have seen it happen. I have said again, we keep playing teams that are ranked below Kenya. It is pointless. Imagine someone like Wanyama going to play against the coming game, which is against Equatorial Guinea. Imagine Wanyama going to that game. What for? We are ranked above Equatorial Guinea, and then we are going to play them, and you put someone like Wanyama and Olunga. We are humiliating our own player. I am saying to FKF, I had them saying that in 10 years' time, the boys who are 13 that they are training somewhere, they will be 20, they will be 23 plus, and they are going to be the boys who will probably win something for Kenya. Wakenya wenzangu, I don't have patience to wait for 10 years to be told that is when I will see change. This is just another way for them to ask for more years in office so they can continue enriching themselves and running football the wrong way. If any change was to happen, we would have seen it now. Wakenya wenzangu mkilala, we are going to have the same people being elected again in office. And I am saying this, there will not be FKF election in Kenya. Mark my word, I have been saying this. There is no single word that I say that I don't believe in. And I am saying there is not going to be FKF election. Every idea FKF as an organization comes up with, it is a ridiculous idea. And the worst mistake that can happen in Kenya is to have FKF running football in Kenya going forward. That is the worst that can happen. We have seen it for the last 60 years. Now, why do we want them again in office? But Wakenya wenzangu, I want to share information. I want you to be a solution to our Kenyan football. Vision Total Football Kenya is for you as a Kenyan. We are going to sort our football issues. And like I say, if I educate you, if we share information so that we know what is Vision Total Football Kenya about, going forward, you or anybody else can run football in Kenya. Football in Kenya does not require real genius to run it. What it requires is to have the right system so that anyone can run it. Yeah, and so that governance of our football and management can be separated. This will only happen under a new football governing body. FKF have failed. FKF has already totally failed. No one can promise under FKF that they are going to make the type of football that Kenyans want. Wakenya wenzangu, na wauliza, mmeona wengi wamekuja wakienda, presidents wa FKF wakija wakienda. System ni mbaya. Ukisikia president anazungumza mambo mengi, habari ya pesa, ikiwa ni wanawake, women football, pengine they are going for a trip, anakuwa involved. Sponsor wamekuja, anakuwa involved. We need to separate governance and management of our football, Wakenya wenzangu. And we need to tell FKF to stop misleading the government. Yeah, making the government think that by building stadiums, football is going to get better in Kenya. We only have Kasarani and Nyayo Stadium at the moment. We are not even able to renovate and maintain those two stadiums. And then we are saying we need more stadiums in different areas in the county. In the end, these stadiums are owned by the government. They are going to become a headache. They are going to be draining money that can be used by building hospitals, paying nurses, paying doctors. We don't need the government of Kenya getting involved in building stadiums. That is because the people who are giving them advice have no idea, yeah, on how to grow football, on how to make football better in the country. Jameni wa Kenya wenzangu, nimesema talents are there in Kenya. Talents are there. Why we are losing these games, I don't really understand it. I said short term, we must include Kenyan youths playing football abroad. That is short term, because the youths that I'm talking about, they get trained by UEFA B, UEFA A licensed coach, day in, day out, but they are there. I said just before, there's a boy in Harlow Town, there's a boy in Leyton Orient who was in Fulham, there's a boy in one of the Bundesliga clubs, there's a boy in Bristol City Academy. These boys are everywhere, but FKF, Jamen, me, I don't know what they do. The technical director is supposed to keep the database of all our youths from the age of 12 going up, playing football in clubs abroad, and those who are playing in Kenya as well. We take these boys, we put them together, we promise them, we tell you we are going to help you, we want you to make it, we are proud of you. Don't just wait until a Kenyan boy is somewhere in the news, oh, he's been scouted by an English Premier League club. This is when Kenya, you know, Kenya FKF official just run and say, oh, can you play for us? That is too late. These boys have fallen in love with the English system, and that tap them earlier, tap their talent earlier, and tell them, can you help our country? Because they see Kenya as they love Kenya. Please, FKF, I've been asking you this. Don't abandon these boys. They are everywhere. They want to do the best. I can tell you now, if Sebastian Mine follow what I am saying, put youths in those teams who are already playing football abroad, in good leagues in Europe and Australia and Germany, we are going to beat teams. Seriously, we are going to beat teams across Africa. I know this for sure. So the way we are losing games to these teams, I don't really understand. Things are not going right there. Sebastian Mine, don't listen to FKF and tell you this is how it goes. You know very well that boys who are playing football in Belgium, in England, in France, in Spain, Kenyan boys, you know they will do justice. They will do justice if you give them a chance. And at the same time, then we need to nurture homegrown Kenyan talent. Let us merge them. I'm not just saying we use the boys who are playing in Europe. That is wrong. But we know for sure they are ahead of the game. That is for sure. Yeah. If we merge these two talents, homegrown boys and boys who are playing football already in diaspora, if we merge the two talents, they are going to learn from each other very quick. And I'm talking about youth teams. You saw last time, we keep talking about Wanyama. When Wanyama is injured, we have no choice. Wakenya wenzangu, we have no choice. Olunga akisema is busy, we have no choice. Now, I saw Mariga being recalled. For 5 years, I don't know what happened with FK. We all know what happened. They were not paying him. For 5 years, he was using his own money to travel to Kenya, and he was not getting refunded that money, and that is right. I had the same story about Ayub Timbe. This FKF, jameni wa Kenya wenzangu, jameni wa Kenya wenzangu, it must go home. I will say this every day, and it is going home. FKF is not fit for Kenya. I'm ready to talk to FIFA. I'm ready to talk to CAF. I'm ready to go to any court of law.